Millie and Molly always loved visiting Grandpa and Granny Peg. Even though the old couple weren't Millie or Molly's actual grandparents, it was like they were.
This oak tree was planted by Grandpa's parents just before he was born.
It's so beautiful.
That's nearly 100 years ago.
Wow, that's even older than my mum and dad. When you were born, did you live in a cave?
Not quite, but we didn't have cars to drive.
We used horses, and there was no electricity either. That'll be the strawberry jam.
I'll get this.
Firewood to Mr. Limpy.
And when I'm over at his place...
See if he needs anything else. I'll have plenty of strawberry jam. What are you two giggling about?
We like the way you finish each other's sentences.
It's because we've been together.
For such a long time. Oh, I just did it again.
And I know what you're going to say next.
Oh, really?
You're going to say, don't overdo it carrying the firewood.
Oh, I guess he does know what I'm going to say, even if he's not going to take any notice.
Millie and Molly helped Grandpa deliver the firewood.
That lot should keep Mr. Limpy going for a bit.
Grandpa, Molly's got a riddle.
Oh, yes?
What side of a cat has more hair?
I don't know, Molly. What side of a cat does have more hair?
The outside.
Molly!
They were all going to spend a fun afternoon together.
Molly, it's time Grandpa was up from his nap. You can tell him another riddle, too.
Grandpa, I've got a riddle.
And what about you, Millie? Been on any adventures lately?
Well, I'm thinking about going to a jungle. Peg, Granny Peg, Grandpa can't get out of bed. He didn't even laugh at my riddle.
Now, don't fuss. I'm just feeling a bit tired, that's all.
I'll fuss if I like. Millie, Molly, I want you to run into town and fetch Dr. Smiley. Quick as you can now.
Millie and Molly ran as fast as their legs would take them, all the way into town to get Dr. Smiley.
There's nothing to worry about, Granny Peg. Grandpa's just wearing out. It's time he went a bit slower. Now, let me finish up in here. I won't be long.
Thank you, Doctor. Come on, girls. There's still plenty to do with my strawberry jam.
You have to think about Granny Peg. She'll live to be 100, but...
But I won't. How much longer have I got?
You may not see another winter.
Right. Thanks for telling me, Dr. Smiley. There are a few things I need to do.
Well, try to do them a bit slower.
But of course, Grandpa wasn't going to do them a bit slower. So instead of arguing with him, Millie and Molly helped him stack the firewood. And the next day, bag all the potatoes. And the day after that, stack the pumpkins out of the weather. And finally, they picked all the strawberries from Grandpa's famous strawberry patch.
Granny Peg's going to make lots of jam with these.
That's the idea. Thanks for all your help. I've got a little something for you both.
What is it?
They're acorns, a seed of an oak tree like that one. If you plant them and look after them, they'll grow, like you, into something quite beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks, Grandpa. We'll look after them and help them grow. And think of you every time you look at them. What's wrong, Grandpa?
Nothing, Millie. Nothing at all. In fact, everything is fine. Everything is ready.
Hello?
When Millie and Molly turned up the next day, they found Granny Peg sitting under the oak tree, looking very sad.
Granny Peg, what's wrong? Why are you crying?
Oh, Grandpa finally wore out last night.
Oh!
He left me this note. You can read it out if you like.
My dear Granny Peg, there are enough pumpkins, potatoes and firewood to last you
Until you are 100. And there's enough strawberry jam for everybody. Please put me under the oak tree. I will wait for you there. Love.
Grandpa.
What are you doing, Millie?
Grandpa gave me an acorn to grow. It's going to be a great big oak and always remind me of Grandpa. I hope you don't mind this pot, little acorn. Will you help it grow, Grandpa?
Now that Granny Peg was alone, Millie and Molly spent more time with her. They often sat together under the old oak to be close to Grandpa.
And this photo is of us 75 years ago on our wedding day.
You look beautiful and Grandpa's so handsome.
Indeed he was. You might get married one day, Molly. What kind of a man would you like to marry?
Well, he'd have to like riddles.
And what about you, Millie?
Oh, I don't think I'll get married. I'm going to have adventures and live at the South Pole.
You could do both and...
Good morning, Granny Peg.
Well, if it isn't little John Oddbottom.
I'm the town planner now.
Well, John Oddbottom, what can we do for you?
I'm here to inform you that under local bylaw 266A, this land and all holdings will be resumed under the Act to facilitate the construction of a new thoroughfare.
What did he say?
I think they want to build a road.
A highway directly through here all the way to town.
But the tree's in the way.
Under Ordinance 2945 of the Tree Removal Act, subsection 11B, the tree will be cut down.
Oh,
No, but Grandpa's here.
he's waiting for me under this beautiful old tree.
Oh, I'm sorry, but the government and the council have elected to exercise their authority in this matter, and it would be a contravention of my duty not to enforce the order.
I beg your pardon?
He says they have to cut down the tree to make way for the highway.
Wait! Don't you like trees, Mr. Oddbottom?
Oh, I love all herbaceous and woody perennial life, and I climbed this very quercus robor when I was just a little older than you.
He did.
But we require a new highway into town. Good day to you all.
Millie and Molly tried not to think about what was going to happen to the oak tree. Instead, they tried to think about Granny Peg's 100th birthday.
Do you think she'll like this yellow paper? Of course. Everyone likes yellow.
When the day came, Granny Peg didn't want a big party. She was just happy to have a quiet afternoon with Millie and Molly.
Here's some of my special pumpkin scones.
Oh, my favourite.
I made them with the last of the pumpkins Grandpa grew. You can put some strawberry jam on them if you like.
Yes, please. Oh, is that all the jam that's left?
Yes, but you can use it. Just don't eat too much because I'm making mashed potatoes with dinner, and that'll be the end of them too.
The potatoes Grandpa grew?
They've lasted a long time, haven't they?
We've bought you something, Granny Peg. Happy 100th birthday.
For me? Well, this is a nice surprise. Oh, it's lovely.
It's a picture of Molly and me with Grandpa. I mixed up a riddle and we laughed really hard.
Thank you so very much, girls. It's the best present I've ever had.
After Millie and Molly went home, a happy but tired Granny Peg put the very last log on the fire and climbed into the nice warm bed she used to share with Grandpa. That night, Granny Peg began her journey to be with Grandpa once again.
My acorn's growing. Mine too. One each for Grandpa and Granny Peg.
Hey, Grandpa and Granny Peg both had long and happy lives, and now they'll be together forever under the old oak tree.
But later that week, Millie and Molly saw the town planner driving towards Grandpa and Granny Peg's house, followed by big road building machines.
They're going to cut down the oak tree. We've got to stop them. Please, leave Grandpa and Granny Peg alone. You can't cut down that tree. Please.
I've discovered a little-known subsection of the town planning and thoroughfare bylaws. The officer supervising a project may show discretion when an object of value or significance is involved.
Does that mean you're going to cut down the tree?
No, it means that I can make them build the road around the tree. The tree stays, and so do Grandpa and Granny Peg. Together.
Yay! Woohoo!
And whenever people travel to Million Molly's town, they always wonder why the road kinks around the grand old oak tree. Millie and Molly know why.